Because right now, central Indiana roads are more like ice skating rinks.
And we have dangerously cold temperatures right now that turned the snow and the rain into these slick spots all over the area. Also at this hour, we are dealing with very high winds, and we've gotten reports of multiple crashes across the state. Scott's off tonight. Thanks for joining us tonight on 13 News at 11.
Our team is focused on keeping you weather aware tonight. We're covering this winter weather event from every angle, making sure you stay safe in the coming days. So we're going to hear from all of our reporters in just a moment.
But we want to start right now with our weather team. We have Angela Buckman and Sean Ash both here live tonight. And Angela, there certainly is a lot weather-wise to get to.
Yes, and it's the snow, it's the wind, and the dangerous cold. We're going to start with the snow with live Doppler 13 radar. Most of central Indiana is going to end up with a couple of inches of snow on the lower end of our initial snowfall potential, but we still have very heavy snow falling across the southeastern part of the state. This is where we could end up on the high end of that snowfall potential map, that original map of 3 to 6 inches. Snowing in Greensburg, in Osgood, in North Vernon, north to Brookville, into Connorsville, Liberty, and Richmond. We have some pockets of steadier rain steadier snow from Mount Pleasant south to Newcastle into Rushville. And if you look at these bands of snow, this is where visibility will be reduced and we quickly get additional accumulations. Frankfort, Lafayette, Crawfordsville, Greencastle starting to fill in south of Indianapolis into Bloomington, Nashville, and Columbus. So we are not done with the snow yet. You can see all of this moisture is feeding in from south to north. It keeps us in and out of these steady snow bands over the next several hours. Gusty winds as well. In fact, a 40-mile-per-hour wind gust right now in Indianapolis and in Lafayette. Those wind gusts may peak 50 or higher during the day tomorrow. Sustained winds near 30 miles per hour, and these are actual air temperatures. We go sub-zero overnight and spend much of the day there. Just a bitter, dangerously cold day in that Friday forecast. Sean, and winds, big issue.
Yeah, absolutely. And I tell you, thankfully, we didn't, looks like Cincy, Louisville, southeastern, eastern Indiana, snow sweet spot because we would have more to blow around here. But with that said, temperatures as cold as they're going to be tonight, what they are right now, even just some nickel and dime stuff is going to keep the roads slick and slow. We're nearing zero for an air temperature here. Of course, that's one side of the story. Zionsville already down to 1 below. You take that wind that you were showing and wind chills now below 20 below. I'm afraid to say the worst is yet to come here. Expand the map and we'll show you what's going on. We've got some areas across western Indiana right now, Terre Haute, Lafayette approaching 30 below, and that's the numbers that you see here across parts of Illinois. That's what's moving toward us, and that's what will be here overnight, later tonight into tomorrow morning. And Friday is just going to be an absolutely brutal day. Those wind chills do not budge much all day long. They're going to stay at about 30 to 35 below, and the air temperature is going to struggle to hit zero later on. So a very, very harsh day. We're worried about those power outages, and we're worried about those gusts that Angela talked about that approach 45 to 50 miles per hour. That will keep some blowing and drifting going, and at times when we have some snow, some low visibility. So we still have a long way to go. This storm still has a lot of teeth to it, for sure.
All right, thanks so much, Sean. Yeah, we're talking about those gusts you did and Angela did, just really driving home the point that it's not just the cold and the snow causing issues, but the wind gusts as well. We want to show you a video that was posted tonight by the Clinton County Sheriff's Office. You can see the snow blowing around. This is the Frankfort Airport.
Yeah, looks about right. And that is what we're seeing. We're seeing that wind in Indianapolis as well. Now, power has been restored to thousands of people just within the last hour. Rachel Krause is in the area, and Rachel, crews were actually quick to get the heat back on for families on the southeast side.
Yeah, Felicia, as you mentioned here on the southeast side right now, things are really pretty gusty. And earlier this evening, around 9:30 or so, AES reported about 3,000 homes went without power due to a tree branch that had fallen on one of the power lines. Crews were out there very, very quickly. We were able to see some of the work that they were doing, working to saw off that tree branch from the power lines. They were able to quickly get power restored about 10:08 by our count. They were able to get power back on, the Christmas lights back on, and most importantly for families, the heat. Able to get that heat back on line for families. Now, again, still very bitterly cold, gusting winds out here. The snow, for the most part, really has stopped falling that we've seen here for the past hour and a half or so, but really very, very, very cold weather out here on the southeast side of Indianapolis tonight. Now, this cold weather is no joke. If you're able to stay inside, please do. And if you have to be out on the roads, please take it easy and drive safe.
All good reminders there, Rachel. Thank you so much. And right now, emergency crews are on the scene of a house fire on the northwest side.
It's about 3 degrees outside right now. This cold really can complicate the response from the rescuers and the firefighters. Sierra Putman just talked to the crews. And what did you learn, Sierra?
But we're right now live here on Clemson Street in Indianapolis, and you can see firefighters right now. They are handling this car, which just caught flame again. That's the car that actually started this entire fire. The fire started in the garage and then moved to the rest of this 2-story home. Firefighters tell me 2 people were inside, but nobody was injured. Firefighters are obviously still working based off what you're seeing here, but so far they are okay as well. But because it has been so cold, they did run into some complications. The first water line that they had actually froze over. You look down at this puddle here, you can see they got a different water line. But again, that just kind of shows you how this cold weather can really impact what they're trying to do when it comes to making sure people and property are safe. Reporting live in Indianapolis, Sierra Putman, 13 News.
All right, Sierra, thanks so much for that live report. Please take cover. The temperature in Indianapolis will be below 0 before morning, and we could struggle to even reach 0 by tomorrow. It puts people really at greater risk for frostbite and hypothermia.
We've all been out to kind of check on our cars, and you can tell it is a biting cold. Right now, there are resources available. Our Emily Longnecker is at a warming center that's set up in Indianapolis. How's it going, Emily?
Hey, Felicia and Ann. Yeah, it's, certainly not the kind of weather that you want to be without power, without heat. And that's why the city has these warming centers. This is the main one here at Washington Park Family Center. It's going to be open through 8 a.m. on Christmas Day. Basically, the doors are locked right now. But if you lost power, if you lost heat and you needed to be in a warming center, you come to the door. They'll see you here. There are folks here, volunteers. They'll let you in. You'll sign in. Then they'll bring you here into this gymnasium. Look, some nice little festive decorations for a tough time if you had to stay. But anyway, you come in, you sign in, they'll give you a cot, they'll give you a blanket. They've got snacks here. You can see already there are some people staying. The folks were showing right now. They said that we could show them here, and they're resting right now and basically taking refuge from this rough weather. Now, this is the main warming center that the city has, but they also have one at the family centers at Garfield Park and Thacker Park. Those open tomorrow from 8 a.m. to 8 p.m. and then on Christmas Eve from 8 a.m. to 2 p.m. But this one at Washington Park Family Center, this is the main warming center. It's located at 3130 East 30th Street. It's going to be here in case you get in a pinch, in case you lose power, in case you lose heat. You can come here, you can get a cot, you can get some snacks, you can get some blankets, hang out, stay safe, stay warm. Ladies, we'll send it back to you.